Okay, so this is me at Panda Express, and we are here again. Um, I got there pretty early, so they didn't have everything set up. They didn't have all the food. So yeah, I can't remember what I got, but basically I got the lo mein, and I got some chicken, some sweet and sour chicken, and then I know I got beef and broccoli, and then something else. I'll see if I can make out what it is. Yeah, some kind of peppered chicken or peppered beef. But yeah. So this is a meal that you can get. It's the big platter, so it comes with like a bunch of stuff and then extra stuff on the side, and then I'll also get some egg rolls or an egg roll, and um, yeah, pretty much. When you eat like the Chinese food here, it's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty consistent. I would say it's not too bad for like what you get. Compared to fast food places, I would say this is very much like a fast food because it's like a cafeteria style, and it's quick to get. So, but anyway, I remember, yeah, when I was eating this, I yeah, so they didn't have everything ready, and it's okay. I mean, sometimes when you go eat out, you don't know, quite what, how it's gonna happen, right? Like when you're eating, right? It's not just about the food. It's kind of the experience, right? So you go through, and there's a view of the beef and broccoli. But yeah, you go to a restaurant, and you kind of just experience um what happens, right? Like the things that happen and the people you interact with, that's all part of the experience and part of the memory that you'll have. And so that's kind of what, I don't know, I guess that's just how life is. Like food is a part of your memory. It's something that we all experience, right? It's something that we all have to do. And so it's something that becomes memorable, right? It's something that can be memorable, I should say. And even if it's not, it becomes an experience in and of itself, which I kind of, I'm curious why it's not more emphasized, perhaps. I mean, yeah, it's good that we celebrate it, but at the same time, um, I guess you could say that about any experience. You do something, and then everything that happens to you kind of becomes something. It becomes a part of your life. So food is your life basically. It's as I grab this beef and broccoli and lo mein, life, it becomes a part of, not just literally a part of you, but it also becomes an experience that, like, part of your memory. And it's not something you can always avoid either, right? Like you can't not eat. And yeah, in this case, yeah, so if I remember correctly, like the reason why I stopped here was because I forgot to eat lunch, so isn't that how it happens a lot, right? Like you eat because you couldn't find, like, oh, you either you're busy, right? You had to run errands, maybe you're going to a job, maybe you just didn't have enough time to prepare beforehand. So it kind of serves that purpose. But yeah, I'm curious, I guess, how do you guys, when do you eat, right? Like how often do you eat? So I try not to eat out, mainly because it's, the budgetary reasons, but still, it's still an experience though. Sometimes I remember when I was sort of younger or more young than I am now, and I remember I would actually kind of enjoyed, I just wanted to try things. And so if you're young, I know it might seem like it's a waste of money, but at the same time, I can kind of understand why people love like young people in particular, they want to try things, right? Like it's not like you had the freedom to try things, you know. There's something about freedom, that there's something about this kind of the joie de vivre, or however they say it in French, or well, it's an English word too, but yeah, it's this idea of, you know, you're excited about life, you kind of want to experience it, and food is something. It's not. I don't think it's for everybody, but for people who do want it, you know, take a bite out of life, or in this case, out of food, and see how that experience, you know, it's just something that you'll be able to say like that you've done it already, you know, because sometimes otherwise you just don't know, right? Like and and it is something that, you know, there's a lot of care and attention that's put into food, is there not? I mean, look at this meal right here, right? Like you've got the lo mein. There's a lot that goes into doing this, and you wouldn't be able to kind of make this easily from home, right? Like handcrafted, like, and there's something historic, right, about food. There's something like, it represents history. It represents like probably thousands of years of experimentation, and, you know, people like foraging, you know, to find all of these flavors, right? There's somebody in Asia who thousands of years ago, you know, they were like trying to mix things together and trying to, you know, put them in a pot and trying to figure out all these flavors. And this is just one flavor, by the way. There's so many flavors too, right? And around the world, I guess. But like in this case, like think about how, think about the history. And as you eat food, you kind of can appreciate what went into it, and what went into the process of creating these things. It becomes kind of like art, although, you know, that might be a little going too far, right? Like, I mean, I don't know that it's art per se. I mean, art, as I finish up this food here, I mean, art is something that I guess when it's something temporary like this, perhaps it's not art, but there is something. It's something like art, though. It's something that certainly is able to reach far and wide, and um, and it goes beyond, and it involves creativity, and it involves something that can bring sort of instant joy at the moment. And so I hope, I don't know, like, give Panda Express a try. It's pretty good, actually. It's not. So yeah, as you see, I finished it here. I put some soy sauce in. I drink it with water, and yeah. So the next thing is, I guess they gave me a fortune cookie, and then it says make time for you. So I mean, I guess that kind of applies to what we were talking about. Like, you know, you make time for yourself to eat, or to find something, you know, to get excited about. And I almost forgot that I had the egg roll too. But yeah, we you know, in life we kind of we all decide how we want to. And I know that not everyone is a foodie. You know, not everyone has time to eat food. Not everyone likes food. I mean, some people just don't like food, right? Like, I've met people they're really picky. So I could understand that. But, you know, for people who really do, you know, it's an experience you want to have in life, right? I mean, try it at least once. And hopefully you will be able to build memories for yourself as you eat. And here are this is kind of like a panda thing that I saw on the wall. It is, I guess it's just, I don't know, I thought it was a nice little touch. I mean, I guess it's called Panda Express. I mean, panda, yeah, it's pandas, it's bears. And then, so afterwards I went to Krispy Kreme. Now, this has nothing to do with Panda Express, but it is a donut. And these donuts were kind of small, actually. I remember them being bigger before, but nevertheless, I think this is the birthday cake one. And I mean, I don't know if it goes with Chinese food, but it's not too bad. This one wasn't warm, so but I did try it. It was perhaps I didn't quite enjoy it as much because I had eaten Chinese food, so maybe I don't know. Maybe you might want to be a little hungrier when you eat donuts, but nevertheless, thank you all. Yeah, thanks for joining me and subscribe, and then we'll see you the next time.